Good morning, everybody. I'm Danielle Knox. Welcome to The Balancing Act. You know, as women, we really take pride in the way we look, and so there really is no reason for us to be hiding our legs. Yes, even if you have varicose veins. Because today we will talk about a solution that will have you working it in no time. Also, if you aren't already nuts about peanuts, up next, some good reasons why you should include more of this American favorite in your regular diet. These stories and more today on The Balancing Act. Well, it is a fact that this little American favorite right here is found in about 85% of American homes. USA-grown peanuts and peanut butter have come a long way from the ballpark and the school lunchbox. In fact, more and more, they're emerging as a key ingredient in some of today's most innovative recipes and new products. Here to talk about this fact is Marie Finn, President and Managing Director of the National Peanut Board, and three-time Olympic gold medalist, certified personal trainer, and nutritionist, Brooke Finnett. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
We're glad to be here.
You know, we all know peanuts and peanut butter, specifically from our childhoods. It was a comfort food for me as well as my kids now. But tell me how the face of USA-grown peanuts is really changing.
Sure, we all have great memories of peanuts and peanut butter from when we were kids.
Yeah.
Just terrific. But today we have a lot of new ways that we can think about peanuts and peanut butter and peanut products, and we're incorporating them into this nutritious, balanced lifestyle that we're all trying to achieve, and it's not just for kids.
You know, I think one of the things that's interesting to me is that peanuts and peanut butter are becoming so exotic, because for me, my choices have always been creamy versus crunchy. That was my big dilemma, but it's changing, isn't it?
Absolutely. We have flavored peanut butters out there, sweet and savory, and we have a lot of interesting new products. Two of the ones that are really most fascinating and that we're most excited about are peanut protein powder and peanut flour.
We'll talk a little bit more about the health benefits of peanuts.
The virtues of peanuts and peanut butter are many, but number one is superior flavor, and the rest of it is a wonderful litany of 30 vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, more protein than any tree nut, high in fiber. I could go on, but one of the most important things that we are all focusing on these days is, you know, peanuts have the monounsaturated good fats that are heart healthy.
And can I just say, peanuts will help you win a gold medal.
Yes,
Because Brooke, you are a three-time Olympic gold medalist, and I know you were telling me you really grew up eating a lot of peanuts and peanut butter.
I did. My mom started me off eating very healthy at a young age, and so I packed my lunch daily, and of course it was the all-time kids' favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And even going through my workouts 4 to 5 hours a day, I needed the fuel source, and I needed something that was going to stick with me to get through some of those grueling workouts.
And now that you are a personal trainer, you obviously are passing a lot of your knowledge onto your clients. Let's talk a little bit about what you tell your clients in terms of achieving a healthy lifestyle using peanuts.
Well, I like to keep it simple, give them very simple information as far as keeping a healthy, balanced diet.
I love this shake. You were talking about what's in this shake, and it's good, it's nutritious, and it has peanuts?
Absolutely. This is, of course, everybody's favorite, the fruit smoothie. You can put the new protein powder that Marie was talking about, and it mixes easy, less in fat, and of course it's going to give you the energy. And of course, a traditional turkey wrap.
Oh, that looks great.
Partner it up with the peanut flatbread made with the peanut flour.
Right.
And Marie, this is French toast, but not just your ordinary French toast.
Yeah, we like to say that peanuts make the exotic familiar and the familiar exotic, and there's a breakfast favorite stuffed with peanut butter and bananas.
Sounds so good.
And here we have truly an exotic dish for many of us. This is a Yucatan pork crepa with a barbacoa mole sauce made with, you know, peanuts in the mole, and peanut flour enhances those crepes.
Absolutely. Got lots of wonderful choices here. And if people want more information on these recipes and more on USA Grown Peanuts, where can they go to find that?
Just go to nationalpeanutboard.org for all things peanut.
Sounds good. We appreciate you, Marie. Brooke, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's back to school time. How about packing some fiber into your children's lunchbox? Next.
Welcome back. Up next, we're talking about our own children's nutrition. Did you know that according to the USDA, over 61% of children ages 2 to 17 are not getting enough fiber, not even close to the recommended daily amount?
Wow, that is a serious number, Wendy. And, you know, we've learned a poor diet lacking in fiber and other important nutrients could lead to some pretty serious health consequences down the road.
So the question is, what do we pack in our kids' lunch boxes? How can we make them healthier? And since we all know that kids like to eat not necessarily what's good for them, we have to find creative ways to get more nutrition into our kids. Back on our show today is nutritionist Dr. Karen Krutina to discuss this subject with us. Hi, Karen.
Hi. Karen, good to see you. And I know we
too.
talked about, you know, creative ways. One of my creative ways was when my child wouldn't eat his whole wheat bread. I said, I'll give you a shot of whipped cream right out the can, ready whip in your mouth if you'll eat it. He ate about 3 pieces, gave him the whipped cream. Probably not the best way to go about to getting
Actually, this might be an easier way of doing that. Because this bread, you know what you're talking about is kids tend to be resistant for the whole
That's
wheat
exactly
bread,
what
right?
happened.
And the taste of it they don't tend to enjoy. And this product actually tastes, this white wheat bread tastes and feels, has the same texture of white bread. So kids are really responsive to it, and yet it has the same nutritional value as whole wheat bread.
So you brought us an example, the Nature's Own white wheat bread. Why is fiber so important? It's white, so the kids will love the taste, but it's high in fiber. Why is it so important to our health?
Well, this sandwich made with this has 5 grams of fiber, which is a wonderful source of fiber, and that helps a child's intestinal health, as well as helps them feel full longer, which can help them more successfully manage their weight.
You know, sometimes we have to play sneaky chef to get our kids to eat what we want them to eat. Is this a good idea to do this?
It's really good to help have your kids involved with the eating process.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of getting kids involved, we have some children here today.
Yes.
Hi, kids.
Hello.
Hi. And they've got their own Nature's Own white wheat bread over there, and they're going to make some healthy sandwiches. It is fun to put them to work making their own food.
And get them in the kitchen involved with healthy nutrition helps. It goes a long way to creating a healthy adult eventually.
You have some good ideas here, too.
I love these ideas.
Ways to make food creative. Is that sandwich have olives for eyes?
This is the old man in the hat sandwich with several different vegetables on there.
Radishes for a nose and mouth?
That's so cute.
Yes, and then the little lettuce leaf for the beard.
I like that. And you know what? I love this. Now, this looks like it's got like peanut butter and something else going on
That's
in
actually
there.
peanut butter and apple sandwich.
Apples.
Yes.
So you just finely chop up the apples and mix it in with the peanut butter?
Yeah,
Oh,
or
great
you can,
idea.
it's even easier if you just spread the
Slices.
peanut butter and put a few apple slices on it.
And then just put it on
Yeah,
top
and then your
and-
child can take a cookie cutter like they're doing over there and make a little round sandwich out of it. So it's a lot of fun for them.
A lot of great ideas.
And your grilled cheese sandwich, I
Oh,
love
I
that.
love that.
Oh, yes, to make the funny
Face grilled sandwich.
And that looks like it's something quick and easy to do, but it gets the kids involved, and it, you know, they really want to eat it
And it's
after
going to
that.
put a smile on their face. You know, you put it down, they're going to enjoy that.
Now, this bread tends to be as high in fiber, but taste like the bread kids love, white bread.
Traditional
It's also
white
a little
bread.
higher in protein, I was reading on the label.
It's a little bit higher in protein, and the whole sandwich, when you make a sandwich, has 5 grams of protein. And as y'all mentioned, you know, our kids aren't getting enough fiber. So this is a great, you know, alternative for that.
Wonderful idea to get them to eat healthy and get the kids involved, playing and do all the things that they're doing to make their sandwiches and their healthy foods.
It's a great job they're doing over there and cutting it into
and
shapes.
they're so cute, too.
You're welcome to eat it too, kids, because it sure looks yummy.
Oh, you didn't have to tell them that.
Karen, thanks so much
Thank
for being
you,
with us
we
today.
appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Dr. Karen Krutina.
Thank you.
You know, reading is one of the most critical and often challenging subjects a child must learn in life. The cognitive skills a child develops in the early years of elementary school will affect their overall development both academically and socially. Well, today we have the pleasure of welcoming Sherelle Walker, representing Scientific Learning, a company established by a leading team of neuroscientists, which through the study of neuroplasticity have designed a series of learning intervention programs designed to help improve your children's reading and comprehension skills. We really appreciate you being here with us, Sherelle. And for me, it's so interesting to know that initially the brain was thought to be a rigid structure to now the discovery that it is a plastic malleable structure. Talk to me a little bit about how this will affect what a child is able to learn.
You're absolutely right. There are areas of the brain that are strong, and there are some areas of the brain that can be weak. And what we've done at Scientific Learning, because we have 30 years of brain research behind us, is that we focus on those foundational skills that are really required to learn anything. And that's memory, your attention, your processing skills, and your sequencing skills. Classic example, a student sitting in a classroom asked to read a paragraph, can read all the sentences, but when the teacher asks them about what they read, they really can't tell you. Working memory just wasn't strong enough.
So a brain really can be retrained. retrained.
It can be retrained. And this is a part of what happens with the achievement gap that we see all the time. Students who get further and further behind their peers in school, they can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grade levels behind because they can't keep up with what's happening in the classrooms.
Sherelle, please tell us a little bit more about scientific learning and some of the programs that you actually offer in the schools.
Well, we offer computer-based programs for students, and it's based on our patented technology, which means no one can do what we do. And our programs are called Fast Forward, and our second set of programs is called Reading Assistant. And we use these with students in schools to really tighten up and close that achievement gap.
And so what are some of the programs and things you can recommend and the improvement rates that you've seen using scientific learning?
Well, you know, our results are absolutely phenomenal, and I've been an educator, so I understand the issues that educators are facing. But when you think that you have a struggling youngster in your school, and in the span of a year's time, you may get them 4, 5, 6 months growth in reading. Now, think about the fact that what we do is that we can get on average a year to 2 years growth in 8 to 12 weeks. Now that's just phenomenal because we work really hard all year with some great teachers and great content, but we're not able to move those students. Well, we didn't know enough about how the brain functions to really make that difference, but now students can grow 1 to 2 years, and in fact, many of our students grow even much more than that in that short period of time. That's really great for educators and
Well,
learners.
let's do this. Let's take a look at one of your students because we came in contact with a young girl named Josie. And for the past year, she's participated in the Fast Forward program at her school, and this is her story.
Great.
Hi, I'm Josie, and I live in Dittmer, Missouri.
It was after kindergarten, about first grade. I noticed her struggling with her reading.
My student, Josie, who was chosen for the Fast Forward reading program, had been identified as needing support services in reading since first grade.
Frustration, tears.
I want to be a better reader, and I want to actually read well as the other kids because I wanted help.
After Fast Forward, we have more interest in reading, more fluency in reading, and she's just happier kid, and we're all happier when it comes to sitting down and reading and doing homework now.
She was so thrilled. She was one of the leads in our class play in May and was able to express herself so eloquently.
Yes, I am proud of myself. Thank you for whoever made up Fast Forward because it's really helped me, and I believe it's going to help everybody else.
Wow, what a great story for her. And she's involved in so much right now. She's reading, she's doing plays. Are these the kinds of success stories that just warm your heart?
They absolutely are. In fact, we get unsolicited responses from parents and educators. In fact, I can think of one young man who was diagnosed as severe dyslexic and that he would never be able to read without one-on-one support. Well, that young man is now in college today on his own.
Well, what's next for scientific learning?
Well, you know, we're really continuing to focus on how the brain functions and how the brain learns. We're looking at infants. We have research going on with infant studies, and we're also looking at how adults continue to have good cognition as they get older. So in the next 5 years, I would just love to see every school have access to the kind of research and support that we've made for students, and we can actually close that achievement gap.
Oh, that would be wonderful. If people want to find out more information about scientific learning, where can they do that?
Well, you can actually go to our website. That's www.scilearn.com. That's scientificlearning.com. We have all kinds of studies on our website. You can look at our science. You can look at results and research from school districts around the country, and you can take a look at our products as well.
All right, Sherelle Walker, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Next, a minimally invasive procedure which helps put an end to varicose veins. Well, if you suffer from varicose veins, you know exactly how uncomfortable they make you feel, both physically and emotionally. The treatments that have been offered for years, such as vein stripping, are rather gruesome, and so maybe you've decided just to hide your pretty legs behind a pair of pants instead. Well, good news, ladies. I am here with General Vascular Surgeon Dr. Bassam Syed, Margaret Primaldi, nurse practitioner, and the lovely Mrs. Eleanor Oker, a patient of a new treatment for varicose veins called Venous Closure, which is minimally invasive and can have you on your feet, confident and pain-free the very next day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with me. And you know, Dr. Syed, here's the interesting thing. I think a lot of people just have some basic questions. What are varicose veins? What are the treatments? Is it inherited?
Okay. Varicose veins are veins that became swollen because of the blood backing up inside them, and that backed up blood caused them to bulge, give the patient pain because of the increased venous pressure, and at a later stage can cause skin breaks and what we call ulcers of the ankle, that it might end up to be an infection in the bone. It could be inherited. Other reasons for it could be a long-standing position we assume during the day in certain professions. Pregnancy sometimes can speed up their appearance in women.
Well, let's talk about the cosmetic. And women who come to you, what do they say and how do you help them?
Well, that's the unique aspect about our practice, that my role as a nurse practitioner, I can address the aesthetic concerns of the patient. They can go and show me what areas are more concerning for them. We can use a mirror or a camera, and then I can get a one-on-one and decide what different options we have for them.
And I know, Eleanor, with you, it really was a medical concern, not a cosmetic concern.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about that. You were having a lot of pain?
I did have pain, especially at night when I went to bed. And then I went to see Dr. Syed, and he explained to me what this procedure was like, and made me very comfortable. And it was quick, and it was not painful at all. And I drove myself to the office, I drove myself home. So the next day, it was like I had nothing done with my leg.
Wow.
So I
what
was
treatment
very
did
happy.
you use, Dr. Syed?
The treatment we use now is a catheter-based treatment. One of them is called Venous Closure catheter, which is very good, uses radio frequency in what we call getting rid of those veins by ablating it. And it's very painless treatment, very quick, very satisfactory. You get permanent results as far as getting rid of the veins. And also you can see results within 6 to 8 weeks that will make you very happy.
You know, I think there's probably a lot of fear because of what we talked about, the initial stripping procedure that was done before. Eleanor, what kind of advice would you give to women who might be hesitant about having this done?
They should not hesitate to do it because the results are wonderful, and they just shouldn't wait even. That way they can put their slacks and their blue jeans back in the closet. Absolutely.
Well, Dr. Syed, if people want more information about the venous closure system, where can they find that?
I would think the best place would be the Venous site on the internet. It's vnus.com. And that's a very nice site that will give them a very comprehensive view of the procedure.
Well, thank you so much, Eleanor, Dr. Syed, Margaret. We appreciate you being with us this morning.
Whether we'd like to admit it or not, a car can say a lot about a woman. And I'm not talking about the model of your car. No matter what you sport around, keeping your car clean will make you look good and feel confident. It will also save you further unnecessary expenses down the road. It's recommended that you wash and wax your car at least once a month. The daily wear and tear like road bugs, bird's business, and rain can make a cumulative effect on your paint, causing permanent stains and corrosion, therefore decreasing the value of your vehicle. Stay tuned for this and other car care tips right here on The Balancing Act.
Welcome back to The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, here with our favorite nutritionist, Dr. Janet Brill. Hi, Janet. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Well, I'm very happy because we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is red wine. Something that a little bit in moderation is pretty nice to enjoy. But you're here to tell us about the health benefits of certain kinds of consumption of red wine.
True. Well, red wine is about as good as it gets for a woman's heart, and heart disease is the #1 killer of women.
So it's good for our heart because it reduces stress, or?
It reduces stress, but it raises the good cholesterol, the HDL, which is the good cholesterol.
Drinking a little bit of red wine does that, and it can help lower blood pressure as well?
It can, but in moderation. 1 drink is considered moderation.
For those who can enjoy 4 ounces with a dinner, the health benefits include, let's go through, also antioxidants. Cancer prevention?
There's something called resveratrol, which is a very powerful antioxidant that's good for your heart and your blood vessels. And it relaxes those blood vessels as well, which is good for lowering blood pressure and just relaxing in general and de-stressing.
And the fact that it's red wine over white means it's filled with antioxidants?
That's right. Actually, red wine has 10 times the antioxidants. If you look at the beautiful dark red color, that's kind of a giveaway.
Well, Dr. Brill, it's always good news to hear that something I happen to enjoy every night with my dinner has some healthful benefits. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
A little red wine, 4 ounces or less, okay?
Cheers.
Cheers.
And we appreciate you joining us right here on The Balancing Act. Be sure to watch us right here every weekday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Lifetime Television. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Air travel for The Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.